Welcome back to the Catnip Podcast. My name is Grace and today is Monday, February 6th. This is a podcast about knitting, books, baking, and cats, but most importantly knitting because that is what I love to do all day, every day. And we have a lot to talk about this week. I have all the various social medias that you can follow me on. I have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Ravelry. I'm most active on Instagram, so please go follow me over in there if you like to keep up to date with what I do and get up to during the week. There's a lot of cat pictures, there's random pictures, and recently a lot of finished object pictures because I have been busy. I also have show notes. Links to things that I will be talking about will be linked to my show notes. So if you're on YouTube, the link to my blog will be down below, or if you're on my blog already, everything is already there. I also work at a yarn store. It is called Pearly Girls. It is in Spring, Texas, and I will leave all the various social media, website information if you would like to check us out either online or in person. I'm also a knitting pattern tech editor. Graceful Edits is my business name, and if you are in need of a tech editor, or if you know someone who is in need of a tech editor, please check out the tab on my website under Graceful Edits and we can get that conversation started. I would love to work with you. We have a lot to talk about. I have yarn behind me. I have yarn next to me. I have sweaters. I have finished objects. I have projects. It's getting ready to rain. The light will go quickly. So, and as we have established, 2023 is the year of good lighting for the Catnip Podcast. It's the new goal, you know? We like good lighting. It makes a world of difference. So we have a lot to talk about. I have some finished objects. I have 3. We have lots of progress on all the things. We have new cast-ons. We have incredible progress on the new cast-ons. We have my top 5 favorite sweaters that I knit in 2022, so that's also exciting. And then we also are going to decide what my birthday cast-on is going to be. I'm going to give some options, and we are going to just, I need your help. So, if you would like to grab something tasty to drink, something to snack upon, an animal to snuggle, a laundry to fold, whatever it is, I hope it's bringing you joy, or I'm helping you get through a task that's not as fun. Maybe you're just resting, whatever it may be, you do all those things, none of those things, you can come back and join me for some crafty chat. I did the smart thing and took the picture for my thumbnail before I did the whole episode so that I don't get to the end and I'm like, oh wait, I forgot to screenshot my thumbnail. And now it's already done and I know where it is, so I don't have to scroll through when I'm editing and try and find it. So that's wonderful. Look at me go. I made the best latte today. It is so good. It's getting ready to rain. It's hot today. But more cold is coming and I'm so excited. My birthday's coming. It is the month of birthdays. My nephew, his birthday is also a couple days after mine, so that's very exciting. We will be seeing them. We're going to visit my parents for my birthday and I'm very excited. And there will be a lot of knitting and there will be snow, probably. And I'm excited and it's gonna be cold. And I'm gonna have a bunch of new knitwear to wear. I'm so excited, everyone. So what should we start with first? Let's do finished objects, projects, and then favorite sweaters, and then birthday projects. How about that? So, finished objects, everyone. So much fun. So last time we chatted, I did not quite have this finished, but we counted it I counted it. We counted it as a finished object because I just had the neckline. That was all that was left, and I got it done that evening and wore it the next day, if not the day after that. But this is my clove sweater. This is my first Languishing Whip finished object of the year. This is a wonderful dropped shoulder, top down crop sweater by Rachel Knits Things, Rachel Kurihara. Like I said, the clove sweater, I knit this out of Knit Picks Stroll Tweed and Knit Picks Mohair, which is called Aloft. The tweed is in the persimmon colorway and the mohair is in the oat colorway. And the dryer is gone, so we're gonna have those beeps. Yay! But at least the clothes are getting dry. We discussed last time about how I'm not a super big fan of this mohair. It does shed quite a lot. It is currently shedding on my black pants. But that's okay. I know, like, over time it will probably stop shedding as much just because all the fluff will be like worked out. I will say it's so soft. It feels really silky. It's a high quality mohair. It just sheds. So keep that in mind. I'm not saying I'll never use it again. It just does shed quite a bit, but it is super soft and I love it. I also really love the tweed, the Stroll tweed. It's just wonderful. I also, my new obsession is the sewn tubular bind off. I know I have knocked it many times before, saying nobody has time for that. I have all the time for it now. My life has been changed. I'm never doing anything else. I will devote as much time to it as I possibly can because I love it so much. Doing it on the one needle, no need to resituate things. Tubular cast-ons, I have yet to do that, but in order to have everything consistent and look the same, I'm gonna have to learn it and figure it out and come to love it because, like, we can't even with these beautiful bind-offs. It's just too pretty. It just creates such a nice edge. I love it. So good. So this is the clove sweater. First official finished object. Next up is a test knit that last time I said I was unsure if I could share with you. I was mistaken that I couldn't share with you. So I apologize for not sharing it with you sooner, but now I can share with you a finished object, and that's great. This is the Drawn Together Cowl by Shayna of Shayna Lines Designs. This is one skein of Suburban Stitcher DK, and I used some neon that I got from the shop for my I-cord. It is awesome. It is super fun. You have this like folded over portion up here and you create this area for your drawstring, your beautiful I-cord, then you go into your ribbing and you have a I-cord cast off, and it is quite amazing. I have really loved wearing this. Super fun colors. When Shayna asked me to test this for her because I could get a Suburban Stitcher DK because we have it at the shop, and I knew like that I knew that I wanted this color, which is called Wisteria Lanes, I think. And to go with this color, I wanted this particular neon fingering weight yarn, and goodness gracious, it had turned out exactly how I wanted it to. So it is just absolutely amazing. The pattern is currently not out yet, but I know that it is coming, so keep your eyes peeled for that. Super easy, really great gift. Definitely will be making more. It's just really nice to whip that up. And yeah, if you are not familiar with Shayna and her other designs, I've tested it for her before, and they are wonderful. They're super interesting, and they've got very fun construction, and they're just really fun pieces to make and wear and gift if you're gifting them to other people. So I would highly recommend checking her out on Instagram and on Ravelry and her website. If you do not have access to Ravelry, you can get her patterns there too. So, the Drawn Together cowl, and then everyone. Oh man, I'm so excited about this. This is my other Languishing Whip finished object in January, in the month of January, and I have not been able to stop wearing it, and I'm so excited. This is the Feel Good shawl by Andrea Mowry, and I have taken pictures of it. I have not posted them yet as of right now when I'm recording. They may go up before this podcast episode goes up, but who knows? I don't know. But I am just, I cannot even with this shawl. Also, strangely enough, I don't know if it's, I'm pretty sure I'm not following the hashtag on Instagram, but my feed seems to be like exploding with people who are making the shawl now. It didn't come out super recently. It came out last summer. And I've seen like 5 people, I say exploding, 5 people very randomly, like don't know each other, are currently working on them, and I don't know why. It just seems to be popping out of the woodwork, and I mean, it is such a snuggly shawl. I love it so much. It turned out even better than I expected, and I added the pom-poms. We did some massive pom-poms. I had so much fun making them. So for my yarns, we went with some deep stash. Everyone, we love a good stash buster. My minty green is Malabrigo worsted. I do have a combination of weights in here. They're not all DK. Do they all match? No. Doesn't really matter. I mean, I made it work. So that's my mint color. My other color, this gray, is La Bien-Aimée DK in the Dire Werewolf colorway. I got it a long time. I got it in 2015, so I don't know if she still dyes that color necessarily, but I love it. I got it on my study abroad, so it was a special skein. This gold color, which looks amazing on camera if I do say so myself, is Uncommon Thread in a colorway I can't remember. And then this bottom is, the pink is Madeline Tosh DK in the Molly Ringwald colorway. And then on the other side, the yellow is Hugh Loco Sock held double. And then I wanted to add a 5th color, so I cast off in a light gray. So I'm so excited with it, everybody. We learned how to do double 2-color brioche, which was very fun and exciting. And I didn't do the full repeats of this last section because I was just getting really tired of working on it, and also I was running out of yarn, which was totally okay. I mean, the point was for me to not necessarily use up as much yarn as I could, but that was a nice side effect of it. And I knew that if I made it any bigger, it would become too big for me to really wear a lot. And it's like the perfect size. It's like a slightly into the schlanket territory, but not too much to be overwhelming. And I finished it with like some bitterly cold days that we had, and I got to wear it. And it looks so good with my puffer jacket. And I was just like, oh, this is so good. I'm so excited. So, Feel Good shawl by Andrea Mowry. And this will probably be coming with me to Colorado. Probably. I don't actually know that, but probably, because I do love a good snuggly shawl, you know. Next up, let's take a little coffee break, and then we'll talk about our current whips. I had a slight panic. I realized that I wasn't going to have enough charge necessarily to finish this whole episode, even though I did plug it in before, for a decent amount of time before recording. And then I remembered there's an outlet right there that you can't see. So I can plug the camera into the wall and it'll all be fine, and we won't have to change our location, and it's all fine and good. So, don't need that right now though. So, there's also a pine cone out here on our little, like, front porch area that I keep seeing out of the corner of my eye, and I think it's like a big bug or like a frog, and it's a pine cone. Fun fact. Because you really wanted to know that, and now you do. So, things that I've been working on. This is a test knit that I don't think I mentioned last time. I hadn't cast on. I don't think I had even wound my yarn yet, but this is all eyelets on me. I think it's all eyelets on me. This is a test knit for Casey of Casey Knits. Casey, we're gonna look this up. I should remember. Easy on the eyelets. I do apologize. All eyelets on me was the other one that I test knit for her that is asymmetrical. This is a semicircular one, a crescent shape, called Easy on the Eyelets. Excuse me. They are kind of same or the similar designs, just different shapes. And what is my right side? Here we are. And this is what I have so far. We love it. It's amazing. It's so easy and mindless, and I need that right now, you know. So this is what I have so far. I'm loving this. It's such a good pattern for those like variegated skeins that we all have in our stash, and we're like, I don't really know what exactly that would go with, but I'm just gonna save it. And you save it and then you never use it, and I'm using it now. So this is a very fun skein. Do I have the ball band in here? No, I do not. This is from Cat Witch Fibers. This is the only skein of hers that I have had / seen in person, and I honestly don't remember how I got it, and I'm not complaining. But it is super fun, and I've had it in my stash for quite a long time, so I'm really loving it. It's super easy peasy, very easy to memorize. Just regular eyelets, garter stitch. If you are new to knitting, you're an adventurous beginner, and you want to move past scarves, and you want to try your hand at a little bit of lace, I think this would be a really good first lace project, as would All Eyelets on Me, the other one that is in this like collection that Casey has made. It's top down, and yeah, so it's just super easy peasy, like I said. Not a ton to say about it, but I'm just loving it. It's going to be super fun and nice, like pop of color to have with a very neutral outfit. I do have my little gummy bear from Hand Stitch Life on here, which I love. And I'm now going to move it because we're going to mark our progress. Boop. Boop. So yeah, I'm just plugging along on this. This is living in my Rows and Seams bag. made by Elena that I love. And yeah, so that is one project that I have been working on. Next up, what shall we show you? Let's show you another test knit that we have going. This is the big test knit right now, but never fear, I have the pattern memorized. It's all okay. I'm getting close to the end of this massively huge section, and goodness knows I can't wait till I'm out of this increase section. But this is my yarn. This is Kelborn Woolen Scout, which I love so much. It is amazing. My progress these past 2 weeks, everyone, has been quite amazing on this thing. I'm increasing 4 stitches every single round, and I have to do that a poop ton of times. And that poop ton is almost coming to an end. So I'm very happy about that. But last time you saw it, it was down here, right? What can we even? With all this cabling and all these increases, and I love my Luke Steiner Progress Keeper from Little Bitty Delights. So this is a currently unnamed pullover by Alicia Plummer. This is all cables, dolman sleeves. It is bottom up and got some interesting construction going on. Interestingly enough, there are quite a few of these sweaters that I'm working on that have very similar construction, and I don't know how that worked out. But I'm not complaining. I mean, it's not a bad type of construction. You have like really rapid increases for a decent amount of time, and then you work on the front and the back, so you basically cut your row in half. And now I need to charge my camera in, so I'll be right back. You're now plugged in, and you're still recording. This is all good. All good things, all good things. Is it just me, or does it seem brighter? The screen seems brighter. I don't know if it's brighter for you, but it looks brighter for me. So, yes, similar construction. Are we lopsided now? I don't know. Let me see if I can fix this. I think that's better. I apologize. So, yeah, so I am just plugging along. I am significantly over halfway when it comes to these increased rounds, so that's good. We have this honeycomb-esque cable on the front and the back, and then we also have these side panels which are mirrored on either side. And does that sound like a lot? Yes. And are there a lot of different charts that you have to follow throughout the pattern? Yes, but you only follow one chart at a time, and each chart is different for each different section, and it's really okay. The setup is probably the hardest part in getting through this increase section. It's a lot of knitting, but it's going to be incredible when I'm done, and I'm going to love it so much. I love this yarn. It is so nice. I love Scout. I want to knit so many more sweaters out of this. This is just amazing. This particular yarn came from Maker and Stitch, my mom's local yarn shop up in Edwards, Colorado, and yeah, it's a good neutral. It's a good price point. They've got lots of really amazing colors just in general, and it's super squishy, and the stitch definition is good, and it's good for cables, and it's just very nice. So I'm just okay, we're gonna move the Progress Keeper now so I don't forget. Boop, boop. I'm so close to being done with this increase section, and apparently, according to the tester forum that we have of other people testing this, is that once you get past the increase section, it's like downward hill skiing, downward hill knitting, downward sloping. you're in the homewards bound. It's all downhill from here. Is that the phrase I'm looking for? It's all downward sloping. Maybe that should be the new phrase. It's all downward sloping. It's all downhill from here, I believe. But it also has connotations of things being bad. But it's smooth sailing, I should say. Things are seemingly nearing the finish line, even though it's probably not even quite halfway through the sweater. But since rows get cut in half, it's really nice. So we're looking forward to the day where the rows get cut in half. So my final test knit that I currently have going was spontaneous, and I was really behind with when I got the yarn. And so I got the yarn at work on Saturday, and by Saturday night I had knit past the armhole. I had done so much of this pattern that I'm now knitting in the round, I'm knitting on the body, it's Monday, and it's going by so quickly. I am so excited. I also tech edited this pattern, which is really fun. I really love getting to test and tech edit, which is really nice. For Samantha Gurin, this is the Harbor Stripes pullover. I can't remember things today. We're gonna look it up. But yes, it is a great... I can't do two things at once. What is this called? Harbor something. Heritage Harbor. I'm sorry. Heritage Harbor. There's stripes, there's texture, it's top down, it's drop shoulder, and here's what I have. And it is very purple, and I love it. I'm so excited. It's turning out just... It knits up so quickly. I am just over the moon with how quickly I was able to knit this. Yeah, and I didn't even, like, I cast this on at work, like, around, it was after lunch, after I had lunch. I know that. So what time was that? That was, I probably cast it around 1:30 or 2, so I had 2 hours left in the workday, and I think I got through most of the back. And then when I got home, I just been watching Vera on BritBox because I wanted some Shetland vibes, and I know that it's not technically set in Scotland, but I know it's close, and I know that it's written, or the books are written by the same lady who wrote Shetland, so I was, that was my thought process behind that. But I love this. It's showing much more blue toned on camera, maybe on my computer and on your computer or whatever device you're watching this on. It's a little bit more warm toned, which would be more accurate, but it is showing a pretty blue. This yarn I got from work. It is Barocco Vintage, which we all love and adore. I love and adore. I have several sweaters out of this. And here are my two colors. I'm almost done with my first cake. I have this lighter one. Do I have the ball bands in here? I do indeed. Aubergine and another aubergine. I wound up two because I knew I was going to knit through these really quickly. And iris. So the dark purple is aubergine. I love good eggplant. And then this is lilac, which they're both kind of heathery, which I love. I had a hard time picking colors for this because it is, the one that Samantha knit is a really beautiful neutral with like a gray blue stripe. Beautiful. Love a good neutral. Like, we love to see it. I thought that I wanted a neutral one. I thought that I wanted a charcoal one. The base was going to be charcoal. It was going to be like a dark, cracked, peppery gray. And the stripe was going to be a light gray, or smoke, which is what the color is called. And I got to work and I was pulling out colors and I was like, oh man, the purple kept calling my name. And if you're new to the podcast, I am a purple girly. I purple color, various forms of purple, love all purple. I do like some shades of purple more than others, but in general I do love the color purple. I don't have an all purple sweater. And I think this is really giving my soul what it needs right now. Somehow, something I didn't know that I needed, but I am getting it and I'm loving it. It's super easy construction. It's striped. We have this offset ribbing here in between. Super easy to follow. Drop shoulder, so we'll pick up for the sleeve here. We do have an exposed seam at the shoulder, but there's very clear instructions on that. We will also pick up around the neckline, do some ribbing. I'm making my merry way down on the body. See, here's my armhole, the bottom of the armhole, and when I joined in the round, and here I am going to town. Before we know it, I will be doing the ribbing. We have cold weather coming on Wednesday, and am I crazy to think that I may have that done by then? That's a lot. But I also didn't expect to be this far into it by Monday. And I actually haven't knit on this at all today. Like all this happened Saturday and Sunday. The pattern is technically written for a DK weight. I will also say that. My gauge and what I like to knit on and get engaged with this pattern, I know that vintage is technically a worsted weight, but I do think it's a lighter worsted weight just in general. And so that's why I chose to use vintage opposed to using vintage DK, which is the other option that I was thinking about, because vintage DK is much lighter than the DK that would be needed for this sweater pattern, if that makes sense. So it's all working out. I'm so excited about this sweater. Like, can we even? We cannot. I'm so excited. So excited. Currently smashing this into my Rose and Seams pumpkin spice latte bag because it may be February, but we do love a good cozy pumpkin spice vibe at all times, regardless of the time of year. We're squishing it in there. So, loving it. So those are all my test knits, everyone. Going mighty fine. Mighty fine. Next up, because we don't want this to be too long, is my Venia. I also hear that Sam is on a work call. Hopefully you cannot hear him. My Venia, V-N-I-A, by Isabel Kramer. And here's what I have so far. I, again, made just incredible progress on this. It's that setting the timer, guys. That's like if you rotate through and you work 30 minutes or whatever, 15 on each project, you will slowly but surely get things done. And granted, I know it's been 2 weeks since I've seen you, but with all the other things that I've finished and all the other things that I've knit, like those 3 things, my test knits, I still got so much progress. So this is similar to the test knit for Alicia Plummer, except it's top down. So you do your rapid increases, you can see along here on the shoulder, and then you divide for the front and the back, and then you knit those flat for a while, and then you join everything back together and you do some decreases. So you cut your stitches in half for a while, and then you join everything back together and do some decreases, and everything's fine. So I have divided for the fronts and the back, and it looks kind of funny because the back, one of the sides is on a Scooby and tied up right now, so it can't lay completely flat. But here's what I have so far. Made really decent progress. So I am currently making the armhole. And so I have this little part, and then after I'm done with this side, I'll pick up and do the same length, and I will have an armhole. It is super fun. This yarn is from Maker and Stitch as well. This is Isayar, don't remember the base, Highland wool, and Shabui Silk Cloud, which was on sale because they have unfortunately gone out of business. But it was on sale, and just amazing. And I love these two colors together. It's creating the most gorgeous texture and look and vibe, and exactly what I was going for. I walked into this sweater not necessarily having a distinct look in mind, but when we went there over Christmas and Liza was there, she's one of the owners of Maker and Stitch, and we were discussing colors, and it was just like we were pulling things, gathering ideas, and it was just like, oh, this is clearly what I need to do. It just became very apparent that that was what I needed to do, and I am so much loving this. It's such an interesting cable pattern as well. It's very different, but there are cables involved, believe it or not, and it's super fun. Very different shape. I love Isabel Kramer so much. I just love her patterns. They are great. And yeah, so I'm plugging along on this. I did have the intention of having this be my birthday sweater, which is next week. I don't think that's going to happen, but I have a backup plan. And I do think it's way more feasible, and so that is my new goal. This is not going to be my birthday sweater. It will be what I work on, probably on my birthday, in addition to my birthday cast on, which is another discussion entirely. But we will get to that in a hot second. But yeah, so that was the Vinia. And then, so my backup plan for my birthday sweater, which is still kind of a stretch, you know. It's I'm not really sure. But if this doesn't work out, I have the Heritage Harbor sweater, the purple stripe sweater, that I will be able to wear. That's also fully depending if it's cold on my birthday, which I don't think it will be. But we are going to go visit my parents the next day, so we're going to fly there. So there's that. There's also that. So this is my languishing whip for the month of February. If it does not get done for my birthday, that's also totally fine, but we're going to work really hard to get it done, and if not, like I said, I'm going to have the Heritage Harbor one done for my birthday sweater. But this is my Pink Fizz, Not Pink Fuzz by Andrea Mowry. I'm currently working on the front. I've knit the entire body. I've divided for the front and the back, so I've cut my stitches in half, and now I'm just working on my merry little way until I reach a certain amount of my for my armhole. We got some weird, I don't really know what's going on with this for the underarm, but we are trusting the pattern. I didn't do it correctly around the side. I've got this little bit that's like connected. I didn't do it correctly. That's my bad, and I don't really care. It's not gonna hurt anything or anyone, so this is me confessing to you that regardless of the amount of time that you've been knitting, regardless of your level, sometimes you don't fully understand what the pattern says, and you think you know what it's saying, and you continue on, and then you realize, oh wait, I don't know how I messed up, but I messed up, and now it looks weird, and that's okay. It'll be in the underarm. No one's gonna know, and also I'm gonna like seam that little part together, so it's gonna this does not matter. That does not matter. Is it annoying while I'm knitting it? Yeah. Again, does it matter? No. And no, I'm not cutting it, because then that means that everything will unravel. Again, I don't know what I did, but that's okay. I don't know why we have this little thing. I'm sure it'll make sense once I'm like actually putting it together, but so. But I made great progress. I worked on this a ton last night. And I'm about 1.5 inches short of where I need to be before I start doing like the shoulder shaping. And as we know, the second one of something always goes faster, which means the back will go super fast. And then after that, I just have the sleeves, and that's going to be super easy. I don't know if I'll get this done for my birthday, now that I'm saying it all out loud, but in my mind, I will try. I also really want to be able to wear it to visit my parents in Colorado, because again, this yarn came from Maker and Stitch. We have the fiber company. What is it? I thought I had some over here. Do I not have any over here? Oh, I can't remember. It's on the tip of my tongue. I can't remember. But it's like a linen wool blend. And then I have Farmer's Daughters Fibers in the Odang base in the Dumpling colorway. I'm gonna check the bag. I know I have stuff in here. Meadow. That's what it was. It's the Meadow base in the Bed Straw colorway. And I actually found more of both of these. I had one more skein of this already, and I caked it up on Saturday, but I didn't know where my other ones were of this, and I was like, is this all that I had? I have to finish the sweater with just one. But no, I found my yarn. It's all okay. It's fine. We're gonna get through this together, and it will, I'm not gonna like distress myself about this if I can't get it done, but I would really love to get it done for this. It is for a special occasion and worth it. So but yes, Pink Fizz by Andrea Mowry. We have this delightful lace. I am now definitely don't have anything memorized, and that's totally fine. It is one of those patterns that I don't think you really can memorize. I just know the general flow of things, and we watch a lot of Vera. I watch a lot of Vera while I work on this, so, and other things too. And those are all my works in progress right now. So, next up we are going to talk about my top 5 sweaters of 2022 that I made in 2022. And these are not listed in any particular order. I'm not like, this is my #1 top favorite sweater. I love all of them equally. It was hard to pick, but I wanted to narrow it down to top 5 as a personal exercise for myself for picking. And one of these did not get cast on in 2022 technically, but it got finished and most of the work was done on it in 2022, if that makes sense. So these are my favorite. If you're interested in all the other things that I made in 2022, I'm not going to go over all the details of everything, because that's just too much, and also we are not defined by the amount of stuff that we work on and we complete. More power to you if you like to show what you do. I totally appreciate that. I also show what I do, but I don't want to sit here and say I finished 28 sweaters in 2022, and if you only finished one, I don't want to like make you feel bad, because that's not the point. The point is that we're having fun and we make sweaters. And if you didn't make a sweater at all, that's also wonderful. You don't have to make a sweater to be a crafter or knitter or crocheter. So that's why I'm going over my top 5. I had this folded all nice and neat, and when I took my thumbnail, everything fell apart. So here's my my sweater pile. And we're gonna start from the top because it's on the top. So this one wasn't cast on in 2022, but I have been wearing this. I've worn this so much, and this is my Oban cardigan by Thea Coleman. I knit this out of, you can see, I've been wearing it quite a bit. We love a good pill moment, you know? It's a sign of good love, and a lot of usage. The yarn is Simply Wool Worsted from Knit Picks. The equivalent would be like a Cascade 220. It's very similar. I love it so much. It is so snuggly. It's really nice to throw on as a jacket if it's warmer. It's nice to throw on as an actual sweater if it's really cold. Ta-da! With my pocket, which was my swatch. It was great. And so yeah, this was one of my languishing whips that I worked on, I believe, in 2022, and why didn't I finish it sooner? I don't know. Good question. It's done now, and I love it. I'm basing kind of the amount that I wear it and how much I love to wear it, and that kind of helped me pick my favorites. And yeah. I'm just looking at this cable section, and I think I did like all of this wrong. It looks weird. How about the other side? It also looks weird. I wonder if it was my gauge. Why does this look funny? I don't think it is. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. But this is what it's supposed to look like, and this is what it looks like up here. That doesn't look right. But again, it doesn't matter. Like, if I'm just now noticing it, no one's gonna know. Anyway, I love this so much. The Oban cardigan. There is a pullover version if you would prefer. But I love that so much. I love the pockets. It's so nice and cozy. Next up is my Basic Bee hoodie by Becky Clow of Becky Clow Designs. We do have a hood. It is a legit hoodie. We do have drawstrings. Where did the there it is. I was gonna say, where did it go? Drawstrings. And here it is. It's color blocked. It's knit out of Lion Brand woolies. It is so snuggly. It's so warm. It's so soft. It's so just so comfortable. It's literally like your favorite hoodie. So good. And I love these colors together. And it just made me happy knitting it. I wear it all the time. I wore it all the time. I should make more. I love the hood. I never made a hood before. This was my first hood, so that's pretty cool. And yeah, so this was a test knit actually, which is also pretty cool. I loved making this. I would definitely make another one and make it a little bit longer. I love a good cropped sweater, don't get me wrong, but it might be nice to have a little bit longer one, like in a gray, like a dark gray. Yes. Basic Bee hoodie. Number 4, but in no particular order. Number 3 but in no particular order. Also a test knit. And this was a knit right around the time that we were moving into our first house, where we are now. Around this time last year. It's pretty crazy. So, but I have gotten so much wear out of this, and I love it so much. This was all stash. It was such a fun knit. I will make another one. This is the Long Winter Pullover by Tiff Nealon of Tiff Nealon Designs. We've got colorwork around the cuff. We've got colorwork around the yoke. And then this delightful brown and colorwork around the bottom. I love it. It is heavier. It's a worsted weight. Is it worsted weight? I know she's got a couple different weights of this available, but it's so snuggly, and I love it. And it's always, I love a good color work yoke. It's so nice. I'm so happy with how my color choices turned out. I feel like you can see them better represented here. It's just so nice. The only thing that would have made this better is if I had known about the cool bind off at this point, but I didn't, so it's okay. I'm not taking anything out. I wear this all the time. It's definitely a favorite, and also the memories that I have while I knit this, while we were moving, getting ready to move, finishing up. Number two, the Long Winter Song. Did I say Long Winter Song? I don't remember. The one I just showed you was a test knit. This is also a test knit, or was a test knit. This is the Brooklyn Raglan Pullover by Tori Yu. Oh man, another one that I just wear so much, and I love it. Oh, and now there's a cardigan version. Everyone can be even. I love the yarn that I picked. This is Barocco Ultra Wool Decay. It's so soft, it's so warm, but it breathes really nicely. We got this fun texture on the sleeves. I just can't even. And then the hem is super cool. It's kind of got like a scoopy hem, because we love a good scoopy hem, if that makes sense. Can I even show this to you correctly? That is a really good question. I love this thing so much. I need to make another one. There we go. We can see scoopy hem. We got short rows front and back to create that, and it's just, it creates a nice little je ne sais quoi to a nice sweater. And Brooklyn Raglan by Tori Yu. If you haven't made one, you need one. You need one. I need more. I also need the cardigan. I would also make it out of this yarn again. And we have a lot of it in a lot of fun colors at Pearly Girls. You should check us out online or in store. Oh man, so that was number two. And lastly, but by no means leastly, this was a favorite. Solid favorite. Like, I think once I got past the first sleeve, I was like, oh man, this is gonna change my life. The sweater that changed my life. This is the Weekender Light by Andrea Mowry. I knit this out of Heathered Handmaids in Be Teal My Heart, her sock base. There is a worsted weight version of this sweater and a fingering weight version. I have done both. I love both of them. This fingering weight version, though, I have gotten so much wear out of. And it's light enough that it's like, even if it's not super cold out, I can still wear it and not be too overheated, which is really nice. I love it. We've got reverse stockinette, we've got the slip stitch, we've got this ribbing up at the top. I need to make another one. It's a solid favorite. Like, yes. I love it so much. Weekender Light by Andrea Mowry. Like, I just can't even. And fun fact, the yarn was got at a Heathered Handmaid's trunk show that we had at the shop, but I used a gift card that my sister gave me for my birthday, which was super cool. So this is kind of like old birthday yarn from my sister, which is really, really sweet and more fun memories. So everyone, those are my top 5 sweaters of 2022. I hope you enjoyed that. Maybe it inspired you to try any of those. I'm not going to say if you could only make one of those out of those 5, which one would you pick, because that would be ridiculous. I've already narrowed it down to 5, and I'm not going to narrow it down anymore. I can't do that. I'm just going to say you need to make all of them. End of story. End of story. So, to finish off this episode, which has already gotten terribly long, so I do apologize, but birthday cast on, everybody. So, the yarn behind me are options. I don't actually know what I want to do with them necessarily. I know that there are lots of options out there, and I know that I originally had ideas. I don't know if I'm going to stick with those ideas necessarily, but these are very special, and I'm turning 30. It's a special occasion. I'm saying goodbye to my 20s, saying hello to my 30s, and it needs to be special, you know? And I'm not gonna let my fear of making decisions about very non-important things prevent me from picking something fun. And I'm not going to not use the nice things. We're gonna use the nice things, and we're gonna love the nice things, even if we've been saving the nice things, you know? So, this is Moondrake, her cashmerino, brushed cashmere and merino base, her foie base that is relatively new. I got these 2 colors at DFW, and I'm so, like, it's so soft. I got the sand colorway and the rose quartz colorway, and it, like, I hope the picture is representative, or the image, like, it's even softer than what you could even imagine it to be. It's gonna be a sweater, I know that. But what sweater? That is the real question. There's a decent amount of yardage on here. Each one is 315 yards. It's fingering weight. I had originally thought the Cleo cardigan, also by Rachel Knits Things, who designed the clove sweater, and I was going to color block it. So that has definite potential. But I could also see it being like a super cute color blocked, like just something simple like a Felix pullover. But I know that's the wrong weight. But you get my idea. Something like that. I need to evaluate. The question is, do I want to use the yarn? I think that is the more so the question. Except for this final project that I'm going to show you, that is the potential that I think is probably what it's going to be, but I wanted to pull some other things out so we could start a discussion and you could help me decide. We're creating a leaning tower of finished objects and yarn and pizza over here. Okay, can you just stay there? We're just going to throw you over there. There we go. Okay, problem solved. This yarn also came from DFW. And this is Apothecary, who, the name sounds familiar. I'm knitting The Perfectionist Trap by Casey Knits Things right now out of one skein of her DK. This is also her DK base, and I am like, oh, can we even? It's just gorgeous. And I've got this one darker brown color, and it's just so nice. And this one has speckles on it. And I'm thinking, I need to double check. I'm thinking the coloring book, Raglan. I think. Maybe. I don't know. I can't decide. Because I'd originally thought the Charles V-neck or something by Hoagie Locatelli. I don't know if I'll end up doing that, but it could be a V-neck sweater. It could also be the raglan pull or the coloring book raglan, because I wanted to make one of those so badly. And I'm pretty sure it's a DK. I know she's got multiple weights of yarn. And I know she's got other versions of it coming out soon. So I don't know. That is potential. Potential. And then finally, I've talked about doing this for forever, and I really think this is what it's going to be, because it's a big thing. It's big, and it's going to be incredible. I've thought so much about this project. I put in a lot of thought. Like I said, I've thought about it for so long. And it is probably going to happen. I just have to wind up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 skeins. Worth it. Worth it. So, whoopsies. Does this one even go? I don't remember. Yeah, it does. Okay. Okay. How are we gonna line this up? I know I had this problem last time showing this to you all. Boop. So, this is a mixture of, this is mostly Suburban Stitcher with 2 skeins of Heathered Handmaids and some Knitting for Olive. And I got this yarn last year. It came in because I got most of the Suburban Stitcher as payment for knitting the sample for Diane Suburban Stitcher for one of Hoagie Locatelli's wraps. I was a test knit and I knit the sample for her, and then in payment I got the amount of yarn back, and so it took me forever to finally decide, and then I finally decided, and I texted Diane and I was like, I think I figured it out. I think this is what I want. And so it arrived last year, and I do remember showing you all and telling you all about it, and this is a very bad representation of it. Can we do this better? Can I do this better? You think I know how to do this by now. Boop. There we go. There we go. Is this accurate representation of the color now? This is another concern. I don't think that is, but oh my goodness, I'm so excited. This is gonna be the Bubble Cardigan by Stephen West. And if you've watched the podcast for any amount of time, but especially if you've been watching for a long time, you would know that this pattern has been on my mind ever since it came out. I wanted to make one so badly, and my time is now. And I'm thinking that because turning 30 is a big deal, which shout out to you if you have been here since I was a wee bairn in my early 20s. And here I am turning 30. We have grown up together. Anyway, this is my palette. This is the main color, which is the Knitting for Olive in the oatmeal colorway. And then all these beauties down here are just, this also makes a good thumbnail. It's very nice. I love this so much. I don't know why this is making me emotional, but honestly, like, I've wanted to make this for so long, and I think this is really what I need to do. It's calling my name. It needs to happen. This is a special moment. I don't know how it's a special moment, but it is. Oh, I think we've decided. I'll do the others at some point for sure. Obviously, they will get in it, but now I get to wind up 8 skeins of yarn. Ta-da! So I've created and curated this palette. It took a lot of thinking. We have Happy Accent. We have Rosewood, which was a new color last year. We have Dusty Pink, which I believe was also a new color last year. We have Nudie Patootie with these speckles. We have Flutter, which I knew that I really wanted to use. I wanted to use that so badly. And then we also have Predictability. I love. And then from Heathered Handmaids, I have Dahlia and Eraser Dust. And together we have My Bubble Cardigan. Everyone. I am so excited. I also really want to like work on this while we go and visit my parents, but I also don't know if I want to like travel with 8 skeins of yarn. That's also a thing. I kind of want to though, because we're flying. My birthday's on the 15th and we fly out the 16th. So, oops, I'm just dropping yarn. You know, we'll figure it out. Anyway, I won't see you again until I'm actually going to take 3 weeks off. Honestly, I do apologize for that though. Because we will still be gone by the next time I will be needing to record. So I will see you all in 3 weeks time, and hopefully I will have finished things. I will have casted on things. I will have super fun things. I also know we're going to Maker and Stitch when we go and visit, of course, and that's gonna be a thing. So I don't know. I do know. I've decided the bubble cardigan is the one. It is the one. That's a very large dog out there being walked. Looks like an actual, like a poodle. I think it is a poodle. Not a golden doodle, but an actual poodle. It's very large. Sorry, that was distracting. Anyway. I have heated up. It is very warm. I am sweating. I need to go. And work on the laundry. My favorite activity. Anyway, no, I need to edit this and get it up to be put up on Wednesday. Anyway, thanks so much for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed this. This has been quite a long episode. But hopefully it was a fun time for you. Maybe inspirational to finish some languishing whips. Maybe pull out some things that have been on your needles, cast on some new sweaters, because we all love a good sweater. I have all the various social medias. I have yarn store information. I've got tech editing information. If you have any questions, or if I forget to include anything, please feel free to send me a message on Instagram, or if you'd just like to say hi, just send me a message and say hi. That would be wonderful. I hope you've had a wonderful past couple weeks. Good luck with all your crafty plans. I hope that they are successful. We know my crafty plans. We've got 3 weeks to do some fun stuff and cast on some fun things and finish fun things. You know, who knows what will happen? I do not know. I do not know. All I know is that my birthday's next week. That's all I know. Anyway, thanks so much for hanging out with me. This has been quite fun. I have enjoyed myself immensely, and I hope you did too. And with that, thank you for being you. You are wonderful. You are enough. I hope you enjoyed your drink or snack or laundry folding or whatever it was. And with that, I will see you in 3 weeks. I will be older next time I see you all, and I will have a cast on bubble cardigan. I can't even. I'm so excited. I will see you all next time. Bye.